Hello again, I am Jim Bob, and welcome back to F1 Manager 24 Creator Team with Brabham here on the PS5. Tonight it is round 4. We are heading to Suzuka for the Japanese Grand Prix. How you doing, Peckins? How you doing, Adrian? How you doing, Wally? Good to see you guys. And Dino as well. Right. We have a very wet practice, but a dry race for tonight. We had a real test of pace in Melbourne last night, and we came up a little bit lacking. We actually came away with $0 from our sponsor goals. We failed to meet both of them, which, if not the first time we've done that, it's certainly the first time in a very long time that we've failed to hit both. We failed to hit either with the car. So let's take a quick look as to where we actually sit on the grid against our rivals. So this is where we are according to the stats against Ferrari. So we are quicker than Ferrari, worse acceleration, not surprising considering we're running a Mercedes engine. For all its reliability, it is terrible on fuel consumption, also not a particularly good engine for acceleration values. But our speed is strong, our DRS is strong. We will have that back, although there's only the one DRS zone tonight. Low downforce speed is still very, very good, as is our dirty air tolerance. We have been pipped by another team now in the dirty air. See which one that is. But Ferrari do have the edge over us in medium and high. Let's take a look at McLaren. Okay, so McLaren's downforce levels are very good. Their acceleration, like ours, is bad. They're slightly quicker than us. And I do mean slightly, 0.02 kilometers an hour. Slightly better DRS. But again, we have that mighty tyre wear advantage. Red Bull. Well, yeah, Red Bull is very much the car to beat. Look at that. Fastest, second best acceleration, very good DRS. 1, 2, and 3 in the cornering there. Yeah. Red Bull is the car to beat. Absolutely. And let's take a look. Mercedes haven't had a good start to the year so far, and with a car with values that low, it's not that surprising. They're almost a kilometre an hour slower than we are. Their acceleration is worse. Their DRS is way off. Look at that, we've got a 9% advantage on the DRS over them. Tyre wear, again, we're up by 11% there. And they're just down everywhere in the downforce settings. Williams had probably the worst car at the start of the year. Let's see if they've improved. Not really. No, they are still really bad. Let's have a look. Aston have not had a good start to the year either. Yeah, their values are a bit all over the place, aren't they? Very low in the downforce and the dirty air. Average in the speeds. Let's have a look at Haas. See, I thought Haas would be doing better than they were with a car that's pretty much middle of the road. Look, I mean, their speed and their downforce values are all slap bang in the middle of the pack. Their tyre wear, though, very bad. They're giving up 15% tyre wear to us. No wonder their drivers are shredding their tyres right now. How you doing, Army? So, it's close between us and Ferrari, and then the edge possibly comes down to them having Leclerc and a more powerful engine than us. so they can get better acceleration. And we are definitely behind Red Bull at the moment. So we know where our deficits are. We have got a suspension in the works, as you can see. And we are working on a front wing design. We do need to add another suspension to the manufacturing queue, but I don't think we have the money for that until after this race. So let's set some targets. Let's see what the targets are. Before we do that, let's check in with the drivers, check their stats. Yeah, Oscar's buzzing right now. Look at his stats. 95, 95, and 95 in accuracy. So his pace stats are excellent. Controls at 100, reactions at 98. Yeah, he's looking very, very good. George is looking pretty decent, but definitely looking second best to Oscar. So once again, we should expect Oscar to be the quicker of the two. It's asking us to go for third. We're going to take the gamble and go third. Oh, it's sixth with George. Oh, wait, the car's now ranked 9th on the grid. Oh, hang on a minute. 8th and 9th. All right, let's play it a little safer then. Let's go 5th and 8th. Just to give us a little bit more leeway. It'd still be worth $1 million and change if we do achieve our results with both of them there. And anything better, it's obviously a very nice little bonus. Do we have any team activity? Only in the factory and the CFD simulator, so that's fine. Off we go then to Suzuka.
Konnichiwa from the Suzuka circuit in Japan. This unique track is a favourite home for motorsports, and it welcomes us back this weekend. Get ready for exhilaration and speed with the Japanese Grand Prix.
Taking a look at the top of the constructors' standings, we've got a team that's starting to pull away. And coming into round 4, there are plenty of teams who want to change that.
Stay with us then, as the weekend gets underway.
Right, we're going to go with medium tyres in this first session. Suzuka is, I believe, 17 laps. Evening, Cloud. Right. We are still on our first round of engine and gearbox, etc. So that's fine. Set up here. Let's go with... I think it's a 12.5 around this circuit. If memory serves... This is a circuit where we're looking at somewhere around about a 0 on every setup, if memory serves, on the toe. I'm going to go with a 13 on the wing. We'll go with a 7. Go with a 7.3, and I'll push that up a little bit. Let's go with that. We've done all that stuff there. Moving over here, not going to run the rookies because of the wet weather. It will be interrupted, so just rather make sure that both of our drivers are comfortable today. Again, we'll go with a 7 here. Let's try a 12.5 on this car for George. And we'll go with a 3.7. We'll flip that in the opposite direction. I'll keep that at 0. And I'm going to push that all the way up. And we are good to go.
Okay, Oscar, so the track will go green now. Oscar, radio check.
Right, so we have got quite a lot of water coming.
Yep, that's loud and clear.
Radio check.
Zach O'Sullivan is in for Aston Martin and will be driving a car with a damaged engine component. Montoya is in for Sauber, and I'm not sure who EST is.
Copy.
Maxwell Esterson. Okay. Is that Hajar in for Williams? It is. Isaac Hajar in the Williams driver program there. Joseph Loke, that's a new name I've not seen before. Tim Tramnett's in for Mercedes with Pato O'Ward. Yeah, that's all of the rookies tonight.
Stay off the curbs.
Copy.
Surface temperatures currently looking quite low. This is the start of the rain.
Copy.
Yeah, we've got a few more laps before it goes to full wet, into conditions. And then it's potentially going to get quite wet, but we're going to try and tough it out on these tyres. That may be a mistake, but I'm hopeful we can bypass some of the worst of the weather by boxing a little earlier.
Any feedback?
Yeah, it was okay.
Yeah, understood, Oscar.
Only 62%. That is a little discouraging. $89 for George, so definitely a better setup for him.
Copy that, okay.
Temps okay.
Tyre temps are still low.
Let's go another 5 minutes. Okay, so it's only about 2 mil. It's not as bad as I thought it would be. Thought it might be a little bit wetter than that. And we're going to miss the absolute worst of it because we'll be in the garage tweaking the setups. It'll start drying out by the time we get back on. So, yeah, we've gone the wrong way here. Let's flip that over to a 3.7 on this one. Let's push that up like that. Maybe bring that back. No. I really want to go all the way out to the 2.8. Feels a little bit too extreme. Let's try increasing the front wing. We need to change the rear wing as well. Actually, that might change my mind on the wing values. Let's give that a go. 12.5 is bang on there. That needs to come in a bit, I think. Is that going to be enough with all those other little tweaks? Could be. We'll give it a go. And in safety clock.
Coming. Advise on the tyres.
We're happy to slide this tyre a little bit more.
What's the weather for quali in the race? Dry. We only have wet weather for practice 1 and 2. There you go. So you can see it'll be dry, but a little cloudy at times in practice 3 and quali, and then full sunshine for the Grand Prix. Just won the title with Norris in 25. Congratulations. Was that as McLaren, or were you running your own team, or had a different team and poached him?
Yeah, copy that, Oscar.
24%, that's an improvement, big improvement. And we got it spot on with George there.
Check.
Excellent stuff.
Copy that, yeah, understood.
End of the first session. We've got some good information there. Let's make some tweaks to Oscar. Okay, so let's go one more on the wing. It was with McLaren, yeah. Right, we're going to go with 25 laps of fuel. go with the soft tyres. And then we'll save the hards for the next section.
Sessions should be starting now.
Sounds like you've pretty much wrapped up the constructors as well then, if the Astros in P4.
Oscar, is the car all okay?
Optimal feedback.
Yeah, copy that.
Spot on feedback. Excellent stuff. What's the weather? Oh, there we go. There's the wet weather coming right towards the end of the session.
Light rain on the radar.
Okay.
I will probably call them in early.
Start the green.
There you go.
No need to take an unnecessary risk with the weather. We've got hards for the final session. I'm the best setup master on YouTube. Well, thank you. I do enjoy doing the little mini game. I think I'm one of the few people that actually does do the setup mini game. Actually, most people, like from what I've seen, just tend to simulate and then tweak the sliders at the end of every session, or just use the setup calculator. Session is almost done. Rain is finally starting to dissipate. Yeah, I don't like simming through practice because you get no control. You can put in a starting setup value, but there's no guarantee that they'll stick to it. You can program in a run plan, and again, there's no guarantee that they'll stick to it. They won't necessarily use the tyres you want them to use. They could use multiple sets. They won't save the components. They'll push hard, or push normally. They won't drive in a way to try and really look after the car. It's a little bit of extra time, but you get much more control over what they're going to do. Final practice session underway. All we need to do is just let them get their track knowledge up. Everything else is done. Let's see if I've put enough fuel in the car. So my Mass Effect board game is finally getting ready to ship. I've had that on pre-order for a good 2 or 3 months now. If not more than that, maybe 3.5 months or so from Modiphius. That will be arriving in the next day or two, I hope. They have sent it to Royal Mail now. So I'm just waiting for Royal Mail to deliver it. If I'm really lucky, I'll get it tomorrow. Probably not, though. Probably more likely Monday. You found some tracks it's better to save softs, while others it's better to save mediums. Yeah, it depends on the track. Depends on the tyre wear, etc., etc. Depends on the likelihood of a safety car as well. So like a track like Qatar, softs are less important because they just do not last. Mediums are definitely more important there. But you still want to have the option. If you've got really good tyre wear, you want to have the option of having a couple of sets of softs, new sets. And then a circuit like Kota, it can be, especially if you've got bad tyre wear, it's very beneficial to have that extra set of hard tyres at Kota.
Yeah, copy.
But then you go to some other circuits where tyres are really not that important at all. In terms of saving any. So like Monza, you need, it's a one-stop race. Unless you have abysmal tyre wear, it's a one-stop race. And even if you have bad tyre wear, you can always just protect the tyres and try and stay in the train that way. And just make the one-stop, softs to mediums or softs to hards or mediums to hards. As long as you've got a set of each, really all you need. is my delivery tracked? Yes and no. They've given me a tracking number, but it's one of those tracking numbers that only really applies for them. So when I try and add it into my Royal Mail app, it comes up with an error code. But if I go on the Royal Mail website, it just says that we are expecting it. So maybe once they've actually received it, which might happen tonight, it'll then be a code I can add into the app for an estimated. But I mean, it says we're waiting. We are ready to receive or waiting to receive it. It's 48-hour tracked. So once they get it, then it's like 2 days. So if they do get it tonight, there's a chance I might get it tomorrow. If not, probably Monday. Here we go, both drivers fully prepared and very nicely into the high confidence there, or very high confidence.
We're moving on now to the all-important qualifying session.
Suzuka is a notorious circuit both for its unpredictable weather and the difficulty of closely following other cars. Making the right call on when to head out to avoid traffic and dirty air can make all the difference here.
Karun, how do you think Logan Sargent's going to be feeling at the moment?
Looking at the lap times, we saw a real lack of pace from them in practice. They never looked quite comfortable with the setup, and they'll need to try something new for qualifying if they want to get past Q1.
So stay with us, folks. It's sure to be a good one.
All right, we'll go straight into qualifying. No need to make any changes. I'm actually waiting for another parcel from Royal Mail as well in the next day or two. My skull shaver finally broke. I turned it on, did a swipe down the head, and instantly, that was it. It conked out. So, luckily I didn't get too far into shaving my head, and the stubble wasn't too much, so it doesn't look too bad. But I put a stripe down my head for the last day and a half. So I was planning on replacing it at some point. I was waiting to see what the Black Friday deals are, and managed to get a little bit of a discount. So yeah, new set of clippers, new head shaver. They're on the way as well.
Good gap in front.
Let's go.
So no one ahead. Good to go.
See how our first flying run goes.
Yeah, we saw
Hopefully
that.
it's good enough for us. Oh, bit of traffic there. Oh, definitely some traffic. much better first sector for George. No real hold up at the start of the next sector as well. 31.7 against 31.5, 31.3. So yeah, 0.4 of a second. Very good lap from George. About 0.4. So yeah, very, very close in the second and third sectors. 36.689, 36.676, and 19.427 against a 19.430. We're talking thousandths of a second difference in the middle and final sector. It's all down to that first sector. We'll prep for another run, but hopefully we won't need to go again. Which McLaren is that? Is that Lando? I think it is. Getting a tow here behind Leclerc, so could be a very quick time for Lando here. Oh, it's Ricardo. Oh, of course it's, yeah, Ricardo's number 4. No, Ricardo's number 3. Looked like a number 4 on the front of the car. Trying to get it shot to the front. Looks like a 3 on the back. No, yeah, it is a 3 on the front. Just the angle. I think it was the aerial that threw me off. So we have pretty good pace here. I don't think we need to go again this session. And Ocon popping in a little bit quicker than us there. George still very, very quick at the top. Oscar down to 8th, but we know he got badly held up in his first sector. So looking good, pace-wise. Could be back on for a chance of a win tonight. Maybe I should have stuck to 3rd and 5th. But after yesterday, I wanted to make sure we get some money in.
Sessions should be starting now.
We should do some work on the brakes.
Copy.
And out behind Old man Alonso.
And we want to generate some temperature for this outlap.
Yep, copy. You got a good gap ahead. Good to go.
Oscar, you've
Okay
got a
then,
clear
here we
track
go.
ahead. Let's go.
This is such a great track, it really is. Not long left in the lap now as we are about to hit 130R. And then into the triangle. And
Just
through
get that
final
delta
curve.
negative.
The 127.1 for Alonso. Wow, that's quick. That's very quick.
Delta negative and close
Is he on
to
new
zero.
tyres or is he on scrubs? He's on
Oscar, recharge
scrubs.
on and cool the car, please.
Yep.
Old man, I called him Old Man Alonso, and he's schooled us a little bit there. We are going to need to run again, it would seem. We'll go out on the same tyres so we can get a little bit of an improvement. I doubt we will, but it's always worth a try. Both Ferraris quicker than us there as well. Ocon's even quicker than Alonso.
So currently P8. And we will
I
box.
think we found a little improvement with George there.
Yep, fine.
Oh no, we didn't. We lost too much time in the first sector.
We are P5 currently. P5.
We might be good enough to go through like that, but I'm not going to take the risk. We've got a good car, but I don't think it's good enough to get through and challenge for the win if we get knocked out of Q2.
Copy.
Norris jumps up into third place, so that is him through. Now it's getting a little bit of squeaky bum time there for George.
All clear ahead. Good to go.
Drive straight out, track will be clear.
So Oscar, happy to open a lap.
We should see improvements across the board. There we go, 31.2. .2 for Oscar as well. 600ths between the two of them. How you doing, Farah? Checker flag has fallen. That's 36.6. And a 36.6. Again, very, very close. George slightly quicker. George gets through to 5th. And Oscar goes P4, dropping George down to 6th. So we are through. Still a chance for Stroll, Lawson and Gasly to improve their times. Here comes Stroll. Stroll goes up to P11. Lawson improves his time but not his position, and Gasly a long way off. Right, then into the final qualifying session.
Okay, that's green light.
going to be a very slow time, all things considered. Getting traffic really doesn't help either.
Follow the dash.
Copy.
George will go out behind one of the Ferraris. That's Hamilton. We're out behind Hamilton.
Out map critical.
Copy.
There is Oscar going through 220R. And off we go to start Oscar's flying lap attempt.
Circuit is all clear ahead now. Good to go.
I don't think we've got the legs to beat Alonso or the Ferraris. Hopefully we can get in front of Norris. Ocon's going to be the last man to cross the line to set a lap time. He could blow everybody away at the very, very end. We have improved in the first sector with Oscar. Checking with George. Going through the centre S's into Dunlop. Alonso goes up to second. No, Leclerc goes first. Through the hairpin. George now on the run down to, Oscar on the run down to 130R. This is going to be good enough. Ricardo has set his time. We go P4 just in front of Norris. What can George do? Alonso goes top. Norris goes P2. And Russell jumps just in front of Oscar. But we're behind both Ferraris. And we are waiting now just for Esteban Ocon. Pourchaire and Leclerc have already set their laps. So, are we going to stay 5th and 6th, or are we going to get bumped to 6th and 7th? I think the latter. We are, but Ocon only goes P4. So, old man Alonso has stuck it on pole. With Norris in second. Then it's Leclerc from Ocon, Hamilton from Russell. Piastri will start alongside Pourchaire, and Bottas and Ricciardo will occupy row 5.
It won't be long before we get underway here in Japan with 53 figure-of-8 laps around this historic circuit.
Anything can happen at Suzuka, as Kimi Raikkonen proved in 2005. The Finn battled all the way from 17th to win. Will we see a similar show of will and talent today, I wonder?
Suzuka is a high-speed, high-downforce circuit with unpredictable weather. Drivers need to have total trust in their cars to make the most of this challenging figure-of-8 lap. The excitement is building, there's electricity in the air, but there's no surprise in that. It's race day.
Right, what do I want to do with the setup? I think I want to start on the mediums. There we go. Not going to take any fuel out. Not going to put any extra in. We're just going to run as is on the fuel levels. Let's send them out for the start of the Japanese Grand Prix.
The anticipation is really building here. The fans in attendance are absolutely buzzing with excitement. I suspect that we'll all be closely following Charles Leclerc in this one.
It's a promising position for them starting in P3. They'll be looking to make the most of the slipstream.
But there's no more time left. We've got a race on our hands. Get ready.
Everyone's buzzing.
It's the Japanese Grand Prix. It's lights out and away we go.
Oscar having a look and getting through temporarily. Hamilton's got in front of Charles Leclerc. And there we go. Oscar has now locked down that position. Let's see how Alonso decides he wants to try and control the pace at the front. Is he going to bolt? Or is he going to stay as is? Let's check the tyres. A mixture at the front. Both Ferraris and Norris starting on the mediums along with us. And then it's only Gasly, Tsunoda and Perez also on mediums. Everybody else on the softs. But there's more mediums at the front of the grid than there are softs, which is not what I was expecting. And then say almost the rest of the field's on the softs. Ocon having a little look at the back of Norris. Alonso has tried to bolt. Got the gap up to 2 seconds already.
DRS enabled. Your P6. P6. Car ahead is Leclerc.
Level Little look there from Valtteri. More just to let us know he was there more than an actual attempt.
0.4.
Use overtake.
Copy.
Push and hold it, overtake.
Copy.
And the Ferraris are dropping behind a little bit. Dropping off the Ferraris ever so slightly. So we could well see Leclerc make the move on Hamilton and George make the move on Oscar here. There's a fastest lap for Esteban Ocon. We have a yellow flag. Van Dorn's hit somebody or been hit by somebody. Sainz dropping down to 22nd.
So this is what happened. Now, by the looks of things, we're at turn 15 now.
That was just that lock-up for Sainz. Van Dorn, actually, that's engine damage that was carried across. And Leclerc held back Hamilton. No, Leclerc got past Hamilton. Piastri did hold back George, and we have another yellow flag, and that's Max. Big lock-up into turn one.
We should be able to take a look here. Now, this was at turn one. Oh, and the car locks up. Now, they did leave it very late.
Ferraris have just about caught the front three, who are all back together again. Just about. Alonso trying to break the toe again. We are slowly closing the gap back down to Hamilton by the look of it. We might run out of battery before we get there.
Oscar, you can reduce the LICO slightly.
Copy.
Push the fuel a little bit.
Pack is low.
Yeah, copy.
Just outside, the Ferraris have dropped back again, and Alonso has managed to break away again. Ocon now in front of Norris, so Red Bull looking to try and seize control of the race with a 1-2. Very early days yet though. A lot could change, and probably will. Almost dropped Valtteri.
We don't need to take any risks.
Copy.
Yeah.
Can't quite get on terms with the Ferraris at the moment. Greece DLC out on the 4th of December. Nice early Christmas present. I can't. I'm completely tapped out. I'm not even sure how I'm going to pay for my PlayStation Plus. That ran out today. No, you were talking about yourself.
Yeah,
Fair
yeah,
enough.
I'll let you know.
But you're trying to talk me into buying even more Euro Truck content. Oh, hang on, we've got a problem with George.
Copy.
He damaged his underfloor. He has. Ah, George, you muppet. I missed that. When did he do that?
Yeah, he did get DRS.
George not quite able to make the move on Oscar. Alright, so Van Dorn now has a fault on his car.
And as far as we can tell,
Already had some damage. Now he has a fault as well.
Overtake available.
Yeah, copy.
Charge the pack.
Yeah.
Stroll's got himself up into P9. Hamilton's broken away from Leclerc and got past Norris as well.
Currently
Leclerc
still
down in 5th place and 2.5 seconds behind Norris at the moment.
Overtake will be available.
Understood.
George, a little confidence boost here.
He has DRS.
Behave up.
George, recommend we start bringing the battery back up.
Recharge on.
Can we?
Is this our pace? Let's see, we need 5th and 8th tonight. So we need to beat one of the cars in front of us with Oscar.
Tyre management, everything's good.
Yeah, okay.
Couple of options for the thumbnail.
It has DRS. Recharge on.
Copy.
George's damage means he is definitely too slow. Damaged underfloor plus the fact that his stats aren't as good as Oscar's
Good
right now.
so far.
He is definitely the weaker of our two drivers, and having him at the front like this
Recharge on is good. Focus on recharge.
is definitely detrimental.
Copy.
We'll try and get Oscar's battery fully charged if we can, get him past on the main straight, and then we'll try and push the pace a little bit, get back onto Leclerc.
And Oscar, the pack is good.
Yeah.
See if we can bring George with us.
Yeah, recharge on is good.
Okay.
Now Joe has an issue.
Have a look, the shift is very harsh. Upshift.
Are we close enough?
He has DRS.
Copy. Okay.
Just gonna have a little look. Go. Pretty straightforward. Makes the move.
Copy. Copy.
We have overtake available.
Copy. Use overtake.
Yep.
See if we can leave Valtteri behind now. Take a little bit of the pressure off.
Copy.
It's going to be tight. I think Valtteri's just going to stay in range. Yes, he is. Oh, big lockup for George.
Bit of a front lockup.
A bit of a front
Keep your
lockup.
head
Right then, we can take a look now. It was George Russell involved. Oh, all right.
I just
so
saw
far.
him going way
The
too quick
car
to that corner. I'm
fails
like,
to
please
respond.
don't hit Oscar.
They
Please
took a
don't hit
gamble,
Oscar.
And it was just too late.
Come on.
Let's see what happened there. Let's follow the drivers then through turn 16.
Finally gets underway. Down in 20th position. Ah. And that has destroyed any confidence he would have had.
After these tyres.
Yeah, copy, all good.
Well, at least we've gapped Valtteri now by taking George out of the gap. How bad's damage to the tyres? About 4-5% maybe. The damage icon is the underfloor that George damaged earlier. I didn't see when he hit it, but it was like lap 3 or 4, I think. Well, now we really have got a fight on our hands to get George back up to where he needs to be. Just 8th.
That'll be P6. Car ahead is Leclerc.
And right now we're not necessarily where we need to be against the top 5 either. We need 5th place for Oscar. Just having a little bit of trouble closing the gap. YouTube chat is playing up really badly tonight. Not delivering messages. Luckily I've got them popping on the screen as well. Early season pace seems to have deserted me. Yes. I think it's... Was that a little lock-up for a second then? Maybe it's just a spark. It's not so much that our pace has deserted us, it's that the other teams have brought some upgrades. And we are still waiting for our next batch of upgrades.
Recharge on.
Copy. Okay, recharge on. Copy.
But the car is ranked 8th and 9th on the grid right now, so it's not
Focus on recharge.
where we were at the very beginning of the season. But as I say, that's less down to us and more down to just, you know, upgrades from the competition. Does mean we are going to have to work for it this year by the look of it. And we have our first stops already. Max and Sainz both in. Both getting off those softs early.
Okay, use deploy. Yep.
Let's give it everything now.
And recharge on, recharge on. Yep, copy.
Is it worth retiring Russell? No. If we retire him, it's going to absolutely kill his morale. It's also going to annoy the board a little bit. We can make it. We just got to get his confidence back up. We've got 2 sets of soft tyres still to come. A lot of the cars in front of us are going to have to run mediums. So we'll have a pace advantage there. Plus our car will be good enough to get back, you know, up the order a bit. Joe has got an escalation of his gearbox problems.
Very harsh upshift.
We could yet get a safety car or a VSC, something that gives us a little bit of a boost around the pits. Hell, even a red flag. You know, anything can happen. You know, it's still way too early to make the determination. It's only very minor damage to the underfloor, so it's having a slightly detrimental effect, but see George's confidence is recovering quite nicely at the moment. I am lapping quicker than Gasly, quicker than Lawson, with a car that is, well, with a driver that is very undermotivated at the moment. As the pit window opens up next lap for Oscar. Not sure if I can change the underfloor on a red flag. And I can change my front wing. And I can change the tyres. I think that might be it. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it's only the front wing that we can change.
We are ready for you.
Copy.
Even with -2 modifiers, your stats are still pretty decent.
It's not going to be long now, mate.
You've got a few cars boxed already. Stroll, Porsche, Lawson, Sargent, all stopped very recently. We knew about Sainz and Verstappen, we saw them box earlier. Alonso and Ocon both need to box. And they could double stack them here. Which would not be good for Ocon. Fault now for Hulkenberg.
The upshifts are degrading. Upshift.
So problems for both Astons now. So Alonso's in. Ocon's going to have to go another lap, and his tyres are not good. It's a quick turnaround. It's a very quick turnaround for Red Bull there. Another set of softs. And Tsunoda comes in, and so does Fittipaldi. And now Zhou as well. Good stop for Tsunoda. Hulkenberg's in as well. George now up to P12. And the gap has halved to Van Dorn. George is back into the medium confidence. There is Stoffel. And now Ocon comes in. So remember, he was like 2-3 tenths behind Alonso. Valtteri boxes. There goes Alonso. He's now 4.5, 5 seconds behind. So yeah, he's lost a good chunk of time there. But he's still stopped before Norris, Hamilton and Leclerc. So we'll get back out in front of those three
Now,
when they
down
stop.
to the pits. There's been a hold-up.
Problem for Perez.
Time management looks okay.
Oscar will box at the end of this lap.
Copy, box.
Box.
Mr. Lewis comes in.
Yeah, stop.
Ricardo should be in this lap as well. And that's hard tyres for Hamilton. And Ricardo as well.
He just ran me off the road. Yeah, I saw that.
We're boxing this lap.
Half in a box.
So let's start closing up that gap. Overtake available.
Alright, copy that. I'm losing power.
Maximum pace now.
Copy.
Alright, getting ready for George's stop. Hopefully he can stay ahead through here. We're definitely holding up all the cars behind us.
George, recommend we start bringing the battery pack up.
Copy.
There we go. Stoffels box this lap as well. Now, if we get a good stop, we might be able to jump them here. .5. Yeah, it's alright. We have jumped him.
Yeah, we should be clear on exit. So Perez next car. Gap 1.2.
Into the pits now for Oscar.
And overtake is available.
Copy. And recharge on.
Copy.
Oh, and then.
1
2.4 is better, but it's still not quick. Norris and Leclerc still out there. I wonder if they're going to try and one-stop this. Ricardo says the fastest lap. Trying to get an undercut on us. We have held position against him.
.4 seconds ahead. .5.
Suggest reduce a bit, lift and coast.
Copy.
We need to keep the lift and coast up a bit more now.
Yeah, I agree.
George's tyres about to hit the right window.
You are currently P6.
There we go. Took a couple of seconds out of Hamilton. A long way off the leaders, but they still need to stop. And now we are in with a chance of undercutting Leclerc. If he is one-stopping, we absolutely need to get out ahead of him when he stops.
We're good on tyre temps here.
Copy.
George's confidence recovery continues to come along nicely.
More lift and coast.
Copy.
Now this is Logan Sargent. Oh no! Why'd they go? That won't do the floor of the car any good at all.
A little bit of a whoopsie for Logan there. How you doing, Harvey?
Look out for debris.
And yep, it's the Haas that's affected there.
Very clumsy there.
As for the team back in the garage,
And that helps us
was a
with
tough moment
George.
to watch.
who's now less than 2 seconds from Perez and Verstappen. Hulkenberg's fault escalates.
The upshifts are degrading.
5-second penalty for Fittipaldi.
Overtake is available.
Coming. Copy.
Max has got some damage now. Looks like he's done the same to his on the floor that George has done.
Okay.
Right, that's good. Into this tyre management.
Coming.
Just show me what you've got then.
Yeah, copy.
Oh, just straight round Max there through 130R. That's lovely.
Yeah, he did get DRS.
I'm going to get held up too badly here behind Hulkenberg. His acceleration is going to be poor with that gearbox problem. Now Sargent's fault escalates.
But it looks like they're carrying...
So, oh no, it's just a new fault. So, yeah, people's cars are starting to brake around us, and there we go. There is the move.
Coming.
Go back after Perez.
Copy.
Norris is still out there, so is Charles. Charles' tyres, 25%. What it would mean for us now if Leclerc gets a puncture.
Copy.
Through goes George. Lovely stuff. Up to 18th. In the DRS of Zhou already. Surely he's going to box. Yeah, there we go. Finally a pit stop for the Ferrari. It's hard tyres, he is going for the one stop. There's Oscar comfortably through. Which, I say we absolutely needed to beat.
Overtake available.
Roger.
Where did we get him? Oh, into Spoon. Very nice.
And when you can, feedback on your tyres.
I am up the tide at the moment.
Getting closer to peak confidence. Tyre wear looking pretty good. And Norris finally boxes. So this is for a one stop as well. There we go, hard tyres go on. We should get through here. And we do. Will Ricciardo get through? Yes, he will. Excellent.
Let's just manage these tyres. George, we still need to increase the level of lift and coast. George, recommend we start bringing the battery pack up. And we're keen to pick up the management.
Copy.
So we are closing down Lewis a little bit.
How's the tyre doing?
Tyre feels okay.
And this is where, at this particular circuit, our improved tyre wear over the AI is definitely going to come good for us. We're able to run, the softs very nicely here. And a lot of teams just don't have enough tyres available to be able to do that for two sets.
Happy to start reducing that management. Gap 0.5.
Keeping a watching brief here. Looking for an opportunity. Through Dagner's 1 and 2. And the gap to Hamilton down to 6 seconds now. And we are pulling away from Ricciardo as well. There is the move from George. Past Enzo. Straight into Gasly's slipstream.
next car is Gasly. Gap 0.6. Charge the pack.
Yeah.
Logan's in. It's one less car we have to worry about overtaking. Gap to Hamilton now down to 5 seconds. This is where our tyre strategy is starting to come good. Just don't seem to be able to get George into peak confidence very easily, though. Doesn't seem to be gaining a huge amount of confidence with each overtake.
Gasly ahead 0.5.
Let's punch our way past Gasly here.
Push and hold.
Try and get straight onto Sainz as quickly as we can. Well, Gasly is pushing. Yeah, look at that. He's flying onto the back of Sainz right now.
Copy.
So Gasly car ahead. Gasly ahead 0.7.
So we're just past the halfway point by a couple of laps. We've got George back up into P15. Looking good on those tyres at the moment. Confidence back where it needs to be. Making his way through. 8th is currently 30 seconds ahead of him, though. That's going to be a tough ask. Thankfully, Bottas is holding up Charles for us. See a bunch of cars all due to stop very soon.
Overtake available.
See if we can tag a couple of them quickly.
Just cool the car.
Yeah, copy.
There's the power of the slipstream.
Ahead 0.2.
Hoping we could make a move into the triangle there. Porsche's boxed.
Copy.
Hard tyres to the end.
Yeah, copy. Understood.
Finding free air where we can for this PU temp.
Yeah, copy.
Have to get past Sainz this lap to get the confidence from him. It's drifting back down to starting level again.
If you could just give us tyre feedback.
Got that vibration again.
He's picking up tyre vibrations.
The Sainz car ahead. Gap 0.2.
Yeah.
Sainz is absolutely hammering it to try and get through on his in lap.
Yeah, copy.
If we could just drop back a bit.
That's frustrating.
Yep.
Stroll's in. We're going to see Sainz box. Probably going to see Lawson box as well. Oh, they've all stayed out. Okay, we've got another bite at the cherry.
Is now Sainz. Gap 0.4.
We'll watch out for Porsche coming through on those new hards. What's the gap between Oscar and Hamilton? It is 2.5 seconds.
2.5.
Overtake available.
Yeah, copy.
A little bit of encouragement here.
I was going to suggest reduce a bit, lift and coast.
Yep.
Okay, so let's just head down now. Far ahead is Sainz.
Still can't find a way through. Alonso's in. And we have a yellow flag. Very brief one. Shit, Alonso getting through in front
So here we are following
of
the
Leclerc.
Alpine. Nothing
That's
at this
disappointing.
point. Well, you can see the lockup, and they ended up their own passenger.
Porsche has got past us. That's annoying.
How long do you right there?
Perez car behind.
Lawson boxes. There goes Sights. Oh, we have to take avoiding action. But we get in front of Sonoda, and that counts as an overtake.
Let's get into the tyre cooling, please.
Copy.
Almost caught Hamilton.
Lando. There are opportunities ahead. Pack is low.
Okay.
Recharge on.
Copy.
Yeah, that underfloor damage is definitely hampering us a little bit.
Gap 0.7. And if you can just cool the tyres as much as you can.
Yep.
Let's take a closer look.
No, that's not
Here
what
we
I
are
wanted.
then.
It's Sargent with a fault now.
But the car's definitely not happy.
Again, he keeps getting a fault on that car. Perhaps not that surprising given the way he's been driving.
Lift
The
off
gap
straight.
to Hamilton is only just over a second. But Joe and Fittipaldi have boxed. Fittipaldi has that 5-second penalty.
He's 1.3 behind. Okay, we don't want to lose too much time.
So gap ahead 0.4.
There we go around the edge.
Just stay close to him.
Cardo boxes. Set of mediums. Still 1.3 second gap. Norris just hanging back a little at the moment, keeping that watching brief.
Yeah, agree.
And we got past Gasly just in time there.
Copy.
So, box.
Yes, box.
Come on, we are
Just
so
focus
close.
now
We are
on the
so
management.
close.
Copy.
Keep chipping away.
Ocon is in. Another set of mediums for Esteban. Couldn't quite get in front of of Lewis there.
Remember, recharge.
Copy.
Keep chipping away.
Into the pits for George. Final stop for him. No, come on.
What the happened there?
Apologies.
All that hard work.
Gasly on exit. Currently P17, gap 2.1. Verstappen car behind, gap behind 1.2. There are 18 laps to go. Overtake is available.
Copy. Copy.
I wonder what tyres Lewis is going on to.
Box.
Got a real chance to actually beat Hamilton now, and that will be good enough for 5th place. Behind Norris, Alonso, Ocon and Leclerc. Those guys are too quick, I think. Even with the soft tyres, I don't think we'll be able to catch them all.
0.7.
Still plenty of opportunities.
Maybe Leclerc. If he's going to the end, then his tyres are going to be really bad at the end. Valtteri's going to be boxing, he's not a factor. Got enough of a gap to get out and back in front of Ricciardo.
He has DRS.
Hamilton boxes as well.
Hamilton has pitted.
So straight fight between us and the Ferrari mechanics.
Past pit lane.
It's a good stop for the Ferrari. 2.6. Again, not a great stop. We are close. It's Valtteri in. Ricciardo just coming up to the line now. There he is. We are comfortably ahead of him.
So you're P6.
Hamilton also going soft. And we're only 9 seconds behind Leclerc. Plenty of time to go.
Gap is
We can stay with
1.7.
Lewis, which will be tricky in these opening laps while he's pushing. If we can stay with him, we can haul in Leclerc, get that P5.
We're happy where we are on tyres.
132.2, quite quick enough yet. Tyres are now up to temperature though, so this lap should be quicker. And we are no longer under pressure from Max as well. Oh, look at Hamilton absolutely flying.
Use overtake?
Yeah.
Go for a fastest lap. George is closing down Gasly.
At this tyre temperature, we'll keep an eye on it.
Perfect.
Piastri is lapping quicker than Hamilton. Purple in that first sector. Alonso gets in front of Ocon. We're going to line Lewis up for a run. At the end of the lap, we've got a yellow flag. So Ricciardo runs wide, and we've got Hamilton at 130R by the look of it.
Wide at that point. Really, they must be careful.
We did. Means Hamilton will come back at us.
So let's take a look at the replay. Now we see this was at turn 15. The opportunity's there. And Oscar Piastri climbs higher.
Lovely move.
It's a good lap. That's a good lap.
And we're just 5 seconds behind Charles Leclerc now.
Has DRS. Okay, recharge on is good.
Overtake is available.
Okay.
George, recommend we start bringing the battery pack up.
Through on Gasly. Now we need to get past Perez, and we need to do that pretty quickly.
Copy.
So happy to drop, lift and coast.
Yeah, copy.
Charge the pack.
And we have actually dropped Hamilton. And we're just 3 seconds behind Leclerc now. Ocon and Norris scrapping for the lead. Alonso's right there as well. Perez's fault escalates. That's going to stop him from pressuring George.
You are P5 currently, P5. Car ahead is Leclerc.
The car behind you is Hamilton.
Gap is 1.7.
We are so much quicker than Leclerc right now. This is the problem with the one stop around here, is that the hard tyres just have no pace around this circuit.
Recharge on is good.
Copy.
So Oscar, we can look after this tyre.
Yeah, copy. Okay, we don't want to lose too much time.
Okay, we've caught Sargent and Sainz now.
We must increase the level of lift and coast.
Copy.
We have overtake available.
Copy.
So car ahead is Sergeant.
Come on. Ah,
0.2.
that's annoying. He just got the DRS. He was able to use the slipstream as well to stay ahead of us.
Copy.
Hamilton's caught back up.
No hop done.
Recharge on.
Copy.
We have a yellow flag. Sergeant, maybe? Yeah.
Here's the replay. Here we are then at the 11th
Of course it was
corner.
Sergeant. We'd already got past him. Oh, thank God he didn't hit us.
And there's the lockup.
Oh.
What caused that, I wonder?
Thank you, Logan. That would have been bad. Lost a little bit of ground to Carlos.
Gap ahead 1.6.
Right, 8th place. That's Valtteri is... Oh dear. He's 33 seconds ahead of us. That's not looking so good. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get George up into P8. At least we're going to get Oscar where he needs to be, but...
Everybody recharge on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
more lost money.
Car behind is Hamilton.
Gap 0.7.
Plenty to play for.
Yeah, Leclerc's pace has definitely improved. He was doing 133s a few laps back. He's doing 131s now. I do wonder if he's starting to push those tyres, getting ready for a blitz on brand new softs, or worn but still good softs.
Recharge on.
Copy. Copy.
We think you can manage more.
Copy.
Use overtake.
Copy.
There we go. P4. Comfortably
Yeah,
through.
We want good pace.
Keep pushing to break away from Charles this lap.
Understood.
Flat out.
See all the cars with damage from 14th on down, all running in sequence. Everyone whose car is fine is ahead, George.
So sights as an exercise. Up ahead 0.5. So happy to drop a little bit of management.
That's my 3-second gap to Charles Leclerc.
Recharge on. Copy.
And finally, we hit peak confidence with George. That's been a long time coming. Now, can we catch Alonso, Norris and Ocon? Not Ocon, but maybe Norris and Alonso.
And introduce more management.
Copy.
Gap ahead 1.3.
Yeah, Leclerc's pace is gone. Tyres down to just 45%. Hamilton's through and away, but I don't think Hamilton's going to catch us. And unless somebody makes a last-minute stop for some new tyres, we should be good on the fastest lap as well. If I can't get P8, can I at least get some points with George? Probably not. Big gap between Lawson and Stroll. Porsche's another couple of seconds ahead as well. Another mistake from Logan. Jesus Christ. He's having a shocker of a Grand Prix, and yet somehow he's still not last.
Overtake is available.
Copy.
Lawson goes defensive. We switch to the outside line. And we swoop our way around. And there we go. Peak confidence achieved. Once again. We need some upgrades. Yeah, well, upgrades are coming. And It's not so much that we need the upgrades, because you can see we're closing down the cars in front and we're pulling away from Hamilton. We need a little bit of luck from time to time. The car itself is still pretty good, and our drivers are still very good. The fact that George is currently in P12 from that massive lockup, which completely drained his confidence down to 0, is good. And Norris's damage. He must have ridden a curb and damaged his underfloor. Underfloor damage can have a big impact on this circuit because of the nature of it. We might get a podium with Oscar tonight now. We've still got another 5 laps to go after this one. And we do have upgrades on the way. We've got a wing in development right now. Once we get a bit more cash, we'll be able to put, I think, an underfloor into development. Or is it a suspension that's going through right now? Might be a suspension. No, it's a wing.
Fuel is okay.
And yeah, we're on for the podium. Norris is struggling to stay with Alonso now.
5 laps to go. Copy.
We could even get second. That's the tyre situation. Oh yeah, Norris is really struggling now, look.
How's the tyre?
Still okay for now.
We'll get past Norris on the next lap, I think, at this rate. We are closing down Stroll, but I think we're going to run out of time. And even if we do get him, we're not going to get past... Well, maybe if we're extremely lucky, we'll get Pourchaire, but that's not looking likely. It's been a decent recovery race from George, all things considered, but he just lost way too much time. As Ricciardo develops a fault...
Well, yeah, right. It certainly looks like
I don't think that's going to be enough to help us.
So ahead of you is Lando.
Gap to Lando now, 0.7.
Still plenty of opportunities.
Recharge on.
Yep.
Okay, buddy, let's see what we've got.
Covered.
Happy to use the tyre more now.
3 to go. Covered.
Let's go after Alonso.
Overtake is available.
Yep. flag.
Out of the way, Joe. Thank you.
You're currently P3, Oscar. Car ahead is Alonso.
Okay, Alonso 1.7.
Car behind is Lando. Gap to Lando currently 2.4. Car ahead of you is Alonso. 0.4. Deep breath. You're going to be okay.
More lift and coast.
Copy.
Recharge on.
Nice.
Good job.
Car ahead is on point.
9.4 seconds ahead.
Overtake available.
Okay, mate, 2 laps to go.
We've held him back. Going to protect the car for the final lap now. We are very close to Stroll.
Lift and coast.
Copy.
And that will be as high as we can go, I believe. Wow, if we're really lucky.
Gap ahead 1.8.
If something happens to Teo, if he locks up or goes wide. He did a 1:32 last lap, so really a second quicker. Took 2 seconds out of Stroll. Let me get the DRS off the back of the Haas, please. Yes, there we go.
Use overtake.
Oscar, you can reduce the LICO slightly.
Use that DRS to swoop on through. Keep Alonso at bay. And then try and break him in the opening sector.
So car ahead is Stroll. So gap ahead 0.5. Overtake will be available.
Yeah, we're 2 seconds clear.
Yep, right.
Key thing is to keep
Not going to take
tyre
any
in good shape.
unnecessary
Keep the tyre in good
risks.
shape.
Yeah, and bring it home. We'll get George up into P11. Porsche is right there. Oh, come on. Can we get Teo?
Let's go flat out.
I think we can. I think we can. This would be a superb achievement to get a point.
Ocon first over the line today.
Okay, that's the checkered flag.
And it's a victory for Esteban Ocon.
Ocon crosses the line to take the win. Oscar takes
Astounding.
second place.
I don't think anyone would deny them their victory lap after a race like that.
Alonso will finish third. Can I get past? Can I get past and get a point?
0.2.
No, he's got just enough, or has he? Oh, go on, George. There's a yellow flag.
So we need to introduce more lift and coast.
Someone's run out of fuel on the main straight. I think it's Valtteri. Russell gets a point. Oh, wow. We missed his objective, but he manages to pick up a point for the team. Good driving, George. Whew, what a final couple of laps that was.
Now, wasn't it an excellent showing from Oscar Piastri?
Definitely a well-deserved podium. You've got to say their race strategy was very good indeed.
It's hugs all round for the team. In fact, they all deserve a pat on the back as well for everything that they've achieved. With such a strong performance from Piastri, there's no denying that he's earned that place on the podium today.
They're going to need a new shell for this race. A third trophy for them this year.
And a lovely show of sportsmanship to conclude proceedings here in Japan. Well, Karun, how do you think they'll be feeling in the team garage at the end of that?
They'll certainly be pleased to have made the podium. A job well done for sure.
And that's all for today as we wrap up the weekend here in Japan.
Join us for the next round as we head to Shanghai for all the excitement of the Chinese Grand Prix.
So then, confirmation of the final result. Ocon gets the win. Oscar takes second place and gets the fastest lap as well. Alonso will be third. Then it's Norris in fourth, Hamilton in fifth. Leclerc's one stop ultimately did not work for him either. He drops down 3 places into sixth. Ricciardo, 7th place for him. Good result, much needed good result for him. Valtteri gets more points there for Sauber in 8th. Tsunoda up 10 places to take 9th. Russell down 4 from where he started, but considering where he ended up at one point and how much confidence he lost as a result of that, 10th place is one hell of a result. Ahead of Porsche in 11th, then it's Stroll in 12th, 13th is Liam Lawson, 14th Carlos Sainz, Gasly in P15 ahead of Max in P16. Max the first car to be lapped, then it's Perez from Van Dorn, Joe from Sargent, Fittipaldi and Nico Hulkenberg, and lots of faults all round in the bottom half of the grid there. So, in the driver's standings, Oscar has a 15-point lead over Esteban Ocon. The gap has come down a little bit more. Just a little bit more. As Ocon is up 3 places now into second, jumping Leclerc, Russell and Hamilton. George in fourth is just 3 points behind Leclerc, having lost out to him, but is still 2 points clear of Lewis. Lewis also taking a big chunk out of George's points there. But still in the top 4 and still in the hunt. Only 10 points behind Ocon. 25 points behind Piastri. Lando in 6 is just a further 2 points back from Lewis. We've got a very tight fight from 3rd on down. Just 7 points separating 3rd to 6th right now. Alonso gets some much needed points for himself. He's on 36 and in 7th place. Then it's Valtteri in 8th with 14 points. Ricciardo gets up 6 places with his first points of the season to take 9th with 6 points. Sainz down into 10th. Gasly is 11th. Then it's Zhou in 12th. Tsunoda gets his first points and moves up to 13th. Then it's Verstappen in 14th. Porsche 15th. Stroll in 16th. And then the non-scorers of Sargent in 17th from Hulkenberg, Lawson, Van Dorn, Perez and Fittipaldi. Let's see what that's done to the constructors. We do still have a lead in the constructors we outscored Ferrari by 2 points. So our lead at the top extends slightly. The gap is now back up to 24 points, but Red Bull took a big bite out of us today. 40 points, double the points tally that we pulled in. They're on 96 now, just 5 behind Ferrari. We are going to have a three-way scrap, it seems. McLaren just a step off at the moment, but there's plenty of time for them to turn it around and make it a four-way fight again. Sauber are in 5th. They are best of the rest with 14 points. Valtteri has been superb for them this year. Mercedes is 6th with just 7 points. Then it's Williams with 6, Alpine with 3, RB off the board with Tsunoda now up to 3 points. Aston in 10th and Haas in 11th. And we were not quick enough for pit stops today. I didn't think we would be. Our best stop, I think, was a 2.4. You see Tsunoda's time at 2.255, tied with Zhou for the bottom of the top 10. And our best stop was, a 2.444. We weren't even close. So hopefully we can get some more pit stop points at some point, but lost a little bit of ground today. So the standings look like this. Mercedes go top from Ferrari by 1 point. McLaren dropping down into 3rd. They're on 69 points, 5 ahead of Red Bull, who scored a big 33-point haul today. They're now very, very close. 30 points clear of Alpine. Then it's us in 6th place on 24, 10 behind Alpine, and 6 points ahead of RB in 7th. Aston up 2 places into 8th. Then it's Haas from Williams. Sauber yet to score any points in the DHL competition. And no money earned from George, but we did get our payout from Oscar today. Tom Stallard's rating goes up by an extra point. We have some stuff to deal with before we end the stream tonight. Next race is tomorrow. It's the first sprint of the season as we head to China, to the Shanghai International Circuit. Let's have a look. First of all, did our cars come through unscathed? No, they did not. Ah, dear. Both underfloors need to be replaced. Both side pods need to be replaced. I don't even know if I have spare side pods. Chassis needs to be replaced. I don't know if I have a spare chassis. And we need to replace the suspension as well. Let's go and deal with all of that first. Let's have a look. I do have spare chassis. Good. I do have spare side pods. Well, I did. I don't anymore. The underfloor, we can swap that over. We've got 900,000. It's not much. Really not much. We're working on the new suspension. Let's add an extra 2 to that list. And that's me down to 300 grand. I don't think I can afford a side pod now. Nope, didn't think so. What else needs to be replaced? I'll do on the floor. Right, that's not good. We haven't designed a new underfloor yet. We can't afford to design a new underfloor, but I think I can just about afford... No, they're 400k. Can't afford that either. What is it? There's 300. Oh, it's a suspension. Alright, well, let's take one of those suspensions off then. Get the money back from that, and let's build a spare underfloor. So we have one spare for China. Alright, that leaves us with 200k. Regulation votes. Let's have a look. So, chassis-focused overhaul means it'll be 10% on them and 30% on the side pods. Or flip it and do it the other way round. I'm going to go for chassis focus changes. Let's see how the AI votes. Construction has been delayed on the weather center refurb. I'm not paying the overtime. It's a bit frustrating. It was literally due to drop that day. The boardroom refurb is done. Let's go and actually see the board. They were delighted with the results. Getting back on track to those delighteds being consistent again. After you can see how our performances fell away a little bit at the end of the year. We are now 4 from 4 in terms of finishing in the points this season. 8 more races to go to complete the long-term objective. We are still top of the constructors as well, so we are crushing the season objective for finishing in the top 6. And the finance is getting healthier. That January debt will disappear soon, and then that will make that satisfied on the finances. I know we have low stock on the floor. We've got one going through right now. Research is now open. Let's see how the grid voted. They went for chassis focus changes, which is what I wanted. And let's see, Sauber, Haas, Alpine, Red Bull and Ferrari voted against. We were the tiebreaker, it seems. McLaren, Mercedes, Williams, RB and Aston voted for it. It was deadlocked, and then our vote was the decider. There is the weather centre refurb. Finally get that back up and running at normal spec again. We've got our spare underfloor now. Weather is going to be fine at China. Hopefully we can do well in the sprint. We have that new suspension, and I'm going to give it to George. Because he needs that little bit of extra pace at the moment. How is Tommy getting on with marketability? Pretty good. We do not have one of our other drivers working on setups yet. It's too late to do anything about it now, but we will do that later in the season as we get to the final 3 sprints. Because you need a good month to build that up. We have 3 days. So, yeah, that's not going to be of any real use switching him over now. So we'll keep him working on marketability for now. Battery still needs that refurb. 2.8 mil. Still need to get some upgrades in. Our CFD simulator is about to break again. Everything here is okay. Everything here is okay. The tour center will need a refurb soon-ish. But at least we've got our weather forecast a little bit more consistent. And it'll go back up to where it should be once we get the sponsor obligation done. And there we go. That is it for tonight. So, a good race. Better than last night. Disappointing that we did not get a payout for George. I think we easily had the pace to finish in the top 8 had we not had A, the damage to the underfloor very early in the race, and then B, that lockup at the triangle, which forced him to lose, 13 places and killed his confidence. Absolutely obliterated it. And it just took all of our all of our effort just to get him back up into P10 for that the extra point. Could that point prove crucial at the end of the year? If we win the constructors by a point, then that is justification for not retiring him early and keeping him out there. Just a shame we couldn't quite get him back into the top 8, but very, very good performance from George, all things considered. And Oscar, another superb drive from him, another second place, another podium for him. That's his third podium in 4 Grand Prix to go along with, one of those being a win. It has been a really good start to the season. We have slipped in terms of pace just a little bit from that opening round at Bahrain, and to the same, to a slightly lesser degree at Jeddah. Jeddah is one of those circuits where DRS really does have a big impact, given that half of the lap is just back-to-back DRS zones. But we're still there or thereabouts. We're not too far away. We've got, as I say, another upgrade coming at some point. We need to get another couple of upgrades through. We still need to do, because we're doing what is it we're doing right now? We're doing a front wing. We still need to do a rear wing, and we need to do an underfloor. But no, we've done the rear wing. I think it's just the underfloor. Is it just the underfloor? Let's have a look. Yeah, it's just the underfloor next. So we need 3 mil to get an intense underfloor done. But if worst comes to worst, we'll just do a normal underfloor and not go intense. I would like to get intense done if we can. That would make things a bit better for us. Our staff are all very, very content at the moment. No one with any big issues that's hurting us. And there is the standings. First and fourth in the drivers, first in the constructors, and the first sprint race will be tomorrow. And we always go well in China in the sprint, so maybe we can get a win there. Who knows? We'll be back at the usual time of 8 p.m. for that tomorrow. Do hope you'll join me for that. Don't forget to also check out my other content on the channel. There's loads and loads of other Formula One manager content for you out there, from 22 through 23 and now into 24 as well. And of course, other games as well, including Empire of the Ants, the new series that I've been running. That will be back again tomorrow in the afternoon. I'll be recording some more footage as soon as I've done this, actually. And if you haven't added me on Twitch, don't forget to add me on Twitch. I'll be streaming some more of our Porsche playthrough on Twitch this weekend. So hopefully I'll see you there. Until then, that's it from me. Thanks for watching. If you have enjoyed, please drop a like. If you're not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. And I'll be back with some more F1 Manager very soon.